Today I'm going to talk about getting out of a rut because I have been in one for majority of my break. I finally locked in and kept going. I would have improved so much. But that's besides the point because the first step to getting out of a rut is to let go of the regret. When we make mistakes, we tend to dwell on it a lot. And especially for perfectionists like me, we dwell on it so much that it takes control of our life and we forget that it's only when we stop thinking about it, or it's only when we stop complaining and regretting, saying, if only I'd done this, if only I'd done that, if only I just locked in. What happened in the past stays in the past. I'm having way too much fun with this. Until you get over what happened and start saying, okay, I was like this in the past, I'm going to improve in this area or that area. Okay, I didn't lock in, I'm going to try to stay focused for longer. Okay, this is why I fell, I'm going to try to avoid this problem in the future. Until you start thinking like this and having that progress mindset, that you won't move past it. If you keep complaining and regretting about why you fell, how you fell, what happened to you, no one cares. no, no one cares. You won't get up and keep trying. Leave what's in the past. Get up and keep trying because that's the only way you will move forward and keep improving. But you need to be careful going about this because there's a trap that could lead you to burnout and fall into another rut, which is unironically tied to the second step. When you freshly come out of a rut, you still have regret at the back of your mind constantly. So you still feel guilty. You feel like you failed your future self, and if you feel like you failed your future self. So what this can lead to for me personally is that you try to push yourself past your limit. An example of this would be how I burned out, which was uh basically I was trying to get better at drawing the human figure proportionately in better proportions. So I sat down and drew 10 full figures, all different poses, all different heights, and I did all of that in one day. I have never drawn that much in my life. Granted, I did get some temporary satisfaction from it, but the main thing that it did was push me further into the rut I was already in. Push me further into the rut I was just coming out of. Now I like to think of an ad rut or burnout like a sprained ankle. A sprained ankle. You don't just go sprinting with it. No, you take your time. You slowly start weight bearing until you can gradually walk again, and then over time you can get back to running. The same with art. You need to slowly fall back into being consistent, gradually falling in love with it again. And remember why you used to make so much time for it. And remember why you used to make time for it. Until you reignite your passion for it. And remember why you used to make why and remember why you used to make so much time for it. Until you reignite your passion for it. A good way to do this a good way to do this is to draw something that you enjoy drawing. To draw something you enjoyed drawing when you just started out. Maybe even redraw something from your old sketchbook. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. This isn't just to remind you of how much you've progressed, but to remind you of your desire to improve, and most importantly, prioritize drawing for fun. I'm going to use the same sprained ankle analogy to explain this. So when you just sprain your ankle, which I don't get me wrong, I've never sprained an ankle, so I don't know much about it. But still, when you just sprain an ankle, you're not prioritizing your form. You're not trying to optimize how you walk. You're just trying to walk again, right? So, and as you slowly get better at walking and running, you can slowly bring back your form into it. That's the same thing with drawing. Don't worry about fundamentals right away, as they just stress you out, as they will just stress you out. The main thing you should focus on is staying consistent and having fun. It's only when you remind yourself how fun drawing is that you can get back into your flow of consistency, and then you can bring back the fundamental studies. You will feel the urge now and again to you will feel the urge to now and again, but at least for at least a week, focus on just having a good time. You will have more mental bandwidth to get back into your fundamental practices when you start back enjoying drawing. The last thing I want to tell you before I leave is that you should you you should feel proud of yourself. Feel proud of yourself. Sure you blundered for a while. Yeah, sure you blundered for a while and procrastinated. Yeah, sure you blundered for a while and procrastinated, but you are not the only person this happens to. Not only that, but the fact that you made the mental decision to get back up and keep going is the most important tool to have after a rut. So no matter what, don't give up and don't aim for perfection, imperfectly strive for progress. Thank you for watching the video. If you're new here, please subscribe. And if you've been watching my stuff for a while, my break is officially over. And as you can tell, I have a tripod. You can't see it. You don't need to see it. But as you've seen in the video, I have a lot of fun using it, and I'm going to be using it in my future videos from now on. From now on. Speaking of videos, I've been making a lot of videos about the the psychology of art, I guess, if you want to call it that. But I'm not really, and I haven't really been drawing as much as I wanted as I want to. From so I'm going to start drawing more in my videos and maybe do some tutorials, maybe even writing because I want to get back into writing. But yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.